Hello! If you picked pile 1, this reading is for you. Let's take a look at your work situation. Okay, so right now with your work situation, I feel that you might be in charge of a lot of people, or overseeing a lot of people, or observing a lot of people. If you're observing a lot of people, you might be doing this kind of in secret, or you're not wanting people to be disturbed when you're observing them. You're doing it from afar, and the reason why you're doing this is because you want to see how everybody fits together. So you want there to be a good social situation in your workplace, or in your business, or your project. You want everyone to get along, and you want everyone to be able to use their strengths to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish in a creative way, in a fulfilling way. So if there are a lot of people involved in your work situation right now, maybe you're working on a project and you're overseeing these people have different strengths. So for you, I would say that you're someone who cares a lot about having fun with regards to your work. It isn't enough for you to accomplish something. You want to make sure that whatever it is that you do, you're approaching it in a way that you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying yourself, and you're learning a lot. You're doing something new, or you're at least approaching things in a new way. You're a very creative person. And the person that you're working closest to, or that you're most concerned about, I think is the person with this Emperor energy. I would say that they might not be very open to new ideas. They might be a little stubborn. I think that whoever this person is, they've had a lot of experience. They've had a lot of experience overcoming some really big challenges. And so they like to do things a certain way. When they work on something, they kind of look in one direction, and they just keep going in that one direction until whatever it is that they're trying to do is accomplished. Someone that you're less concerned about, but is also playing a major supporting role in whatever it is that you're doing, is a person who does well socially. So this is someone who gets along with everyone. They might be able to do that even if they appear somewhat reserved. They have great control over their emotions, and they use that to their advantage when it comes to work. Because of the way that they're able to get along with people and, I would say, kind of convince people, or make people cooperate better, cooperate easily. Because of this power that they have, the strength that they have, they're able to attain their success. I think that these people that you work with, you might have been working with them for quite some time now. It doesn't feel like you're totally frustrated with this Emperor. It seems like you're just keeping an eye on them. I think partly because you're used to them being like this. You're used to everyone being the way that they are because you might have been working with them for a while now. There's another major player in this business or this project or this job that you're doing. And I think this is the person that you observe the least or mind the least. I think it's someone that you trust, someone that you know is very much invested in whatever it is that you guys are doing. And so you kind of keep an eye on them the least and let them do their own thing because you have trust in them and you know that they're going to be making the best decisions, going in the right direction. So it doesn't seem like there are a lot of problems here. I think that you just care about all of the cogs in the machine operating smoothly, so the whole thing works how it should. Let's use a different deck. This is my favorite deck for career and job, business, money readings. I just want to see... Okay, this popped out. I just want to see why you're here, because it doesn't seem like there's a big problem here. So, why are you going through the situation? Okay, so I think since you've been working with these people for a while, I'm sorry, the cards are slippery, so you're kind of moving around a bit. Okay, so I think that while you've been working with these people for some time now and you're used to how everybody works, I don't think that this dynamic works for you every time. You might be wanting to improve the situation and move on from since you're a creative person, you like to approach things in a different way. You like to think about a situation and think of the best way to approach it instead of kind of just approaching everything with what's already worked. You want to approach things in the best way possible, even if it's in a new way. So I think with the dynamic that you have here right now, you're wanting to change that. You're wanting to move on from that. Give me a second. Someone's calling. Okay, so you're wanting to improve this existing dynamic. I think that if people aren't going to cooperate and if people are going to stick to this rigid kind of routine, you might be willing to move on from the situation. But I think more than anything, you're wanting to just improve things, like what's already here. You want to just improve it. I think that you're feeling conflicted right now about this. While the Emperor person is kind of stubborn, they also have something about them. They have this power about them, this strength in them that helps get things done. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, that the thing that's being worked on, the goal that you guys have in mind, is accomplished no matter how it's accomplished. And this person, as rigid as they may be, are still able to get things done, since they look in one direction and they just keep going until whatever they want is accomplished. They're able to attain success in your projects or your job or your business every time. And so while this person may be frustrating at times, they're still an important part of your team. Now, you're feeling really conflicted, maybe a little bit stressed about this. But I feel at the same time that there isn't much that you feel that you can do about it. since everyone is kind of contributing something important to this dynamic. I think that with everybody else, everything's going fine with this Nine of Cups person. They communicate well with everyone, and I think that you trust them completely as well. And with the Knight of Cups person, I think that you trust them because you might see them as quite similar to you. I think they're kind of like a good combination of you and this Emperor person, where yes, they charge at things, wanting to get things done and just have this laser focus, but they're also not afraid to change things up a bit if needed, and if it's something that will help achieve the goal in mind. So I guess let's just look at some advice for this situation. I wonder what the cards will tell us that you might need to hear. Anything that will help in your situation. Okay, so we got the Three of Wands, the King of Wands, the Star at the center, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups again. So I think what this is telling me is that while you're looking back at the past and seeing how everything has brought you guys to where you are because of this existing dynamic, even though it's not perfect, it works. And even though you're looking at the past and appreciating that, it's still important to look forward, and the way that you're approaching things, wanting to innovate even a little bit, is still a good thing. Don't worry about it getting in the way of you achieving your goals. I think that you're approaching things in a pretty balanced way. You're looking at the past at the same time looking at the future. You're looking at what has worked before and at the same time being open to trying new things. With the King of Wands, I think there may be something here going on with control. So it could be that control is wanted by these three people at the center. So that's you, this Emperor energy, and this Nine of Cups energy. I think that the Nine of Cups energy is keeping an eye on one of the leadership positions. They might be interested in taking over. If not, then they're looking at you and expecting you to take this leadership position, be more firm about how you want things to go. And it's not like you're unaware of this too. But I think that the Emperor energy has a pretty strong grip on their position right now. They have a pretty strong grip on their power. And they're expecting that this will keep going in every new project or new venture or whatever new thing it is that you guys are going to get into. And I think with the King of Cups, it doesn't really matter much to them who is seated in this powerful position, as long as you guys are able to get results. I think that out of all of the people involved here, the Knight of Cups is the most like results oriented. They don't care who's in power, who's in charge. They just care about the work that they have to do, and they're going to charge at it no matter what anybody says. As long as they get things done and everybody's happy, everything else doesn't really matter. And I think that that might be a good advice. I think that it's not really important. This Knight of Cups is right. It's not really important who here is in charge, because while the Emperor thinks they're the only one in charge, everyone is actually equal. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this Five of Wands. Everyone here is contributing the same amount in this situation. Everyone here is of equal power. And if you take one person away from the situation, it would be completely different. And we're not sure if it will even work, out. So I guess, does it really matter who gets the credit? I think the advice is to question that, to ask that. Another way to interpret this is, I think that you might be looking far into the future and you have a lot of ambition. You're wanting to achieve a lot and you want to be recognized for that. And for you to be recognized for that, you have to take charge, probably more than the Emperor person. And you have to prove yourself by getting these results that makes everyone happy. If everyone is happy, then I feel that you'll finally get this recognition that you're looking for. Now, what would be the outcome if you follow this advice, which is to not care about the credit, like who the credit goes to? And what would be the outcome if you were more ambitious and were more take charge in the situation? Okay, so with advice, I think that if you stop caring about who gets the credit in the situation, I think that you won't get the recognition that you're looking for, but at least things will be approached. Everyone will be approaching things the same. Everyone will be approaching things the same, and everything will be approached with the same energy as before. Everything stays the same. And right now, with how things are, if you guys are meeting these goals, then wouldn't you say that that's what matters? Now, if we look at the advice for if you were more ambitious and took more charge, it says that you're going to be doing a lot more work. You might be more stressed than usual. It's going to be tiresome for you, but it will bear fruit, at least. The work that you're putting in might be more stressful than before, but it will not be for nothing. And you might need to keep your head down, be humble, and watch out for people who are thinking that if you rise up to a better leadership position, that you're not someone who they can approach at an equal level anymore. So I think we will end it here. Let me know in the comments down below if that resonated with you. Now let's move on to pile number 2. Hello! If you chose pile number 2, then this reading is for you. Let's take a look at your career situation or your general work, job, business situation. Okay. So I think you've been trying to think about something with regards to your work situation for a while now. You might be feeling conflicted about this. That's why it's taking you a while to decide on things. I think that you might have a lot of options. You might have a lot of options that all offer something different. They all have their benefits, and so it's difficult to choose. And they all have their downsides too. They all have their different downsides. Some of them you might not even be aware of. Some of them you're worried may come up unexpectedly. I think you're wanting to be careful of fooling yourself. You're careful about fooling yourself and putting yourself into a situation where you might have been overestimating how good things will be, or underestimating the competition, or any other challenges that might come your way. I think that maybe one of the things or some of the things that you're trying to decide here has to do with moving a great distance for work. So this might involve moving to a different place for work, a different country, a different city. It could be as little as moving to a different department, and even moving to a different department might put you in a situation where you're dealing with people that you're not used to dealing with. And you might find yourself in a 5 of Wands situation where you're in conflict with these people, and you don't want that. So I think you're just wanting to have a balanced look at things, a realistic look at things. You don't want to, like I said earlier, you don't want to make a fool of yourself. You don't want to, have any illusions. You want to look at your options in a realistic way and make a grounded, sensible decision. You want to manifest something here that is good for you, and you don't want it to be something that turns out to be a big problem for you later on. So let's see why you think you might have illusions about the situation or about your options. What are you worried about exactly? Okay, so I think more than anything, you're worried about how people will perceive you, if you will fit well with the people that you're working with. Since this might involve moving somewhere new, or at least moving to a different department or a different office or a different company, you don't know the people that you're going to be interacting with. They're not going to be people that you're used to. So you're just worried about whether or not they will trust you, and also whether or not you can trust them. There's something about trust here. I'm not sure if you're just the type of person who doesn't trust people easily. I'm not sure if you've been burned before with regards to work. But you're really trying to keep an eye out here for anyone that might not have your best interest in mind. I think that this trust issue that you have might have been like something connected to something that happened in your past, because it feels like something that has been going on for a while. Or if you've been burned recently, then it's something that will be happening for quite some time here on out. It's not going to be an easy thing to recover from. I think that you're just wanting to make this major decision. You might be wanting to get it over with, but it's not easy for you. I think that you're just wanting to make a balanced decision. You're wanting to make the right decision. You're wanting to do what's right for yourself and what's best for yourself. I think that you really want to move away from where you are now, maybe because the conflict has gotten too big, or it's internal conflict for you that has gotten too big. Whatever it is, it might be affecting you greatly emotionally, and you're wanting to get away from that. You're wanting to be in a less stressful situation. You're wanting to find peace in work. You want to be in a workplace or in a work situation or environment where you don't have to be so stressed all the time. You don't have to be so stressed about the people that you're around. Maybe you're a bit paranoid about how people are perceiving you. But there's stress coming from that, coming from people around you, and how you feel that you can't trust them, and you want to get away from that. You want to be somewhere new. Now, let's look at advice for this situation. Okay, so it looks like this is really, really important to you. This is a big step. And it looks like if you can just decide on these many options that you have, you would not hesitate to just run towards it. You're in a situation right now that is really not good for you. I think you're right about feeling paranoid. We have the devil here. So this is something going on in your work situation that is unhealthy. Maybe you're in a toxic environment that is really not good for you emotionally. It might be very disappointing for you. It might be making you feel depressed, even distressed. You're wanting to run away from this, and you're wanting to end this cycle. It might take you a while to get through this experience, even if you move somewhere new. This is something that you might carry with you there, and you're not going to recover right away. But I think that as long as you get out of this toxic situation, you're going to be fine, because we have the moon here, and although you may still be dealing with this even after you've left, it's not going to be as depressing and as overwhelming as this devil and 5 of Cups. You're still going to be there, but at least you're on a path towards healing. So what will happen if you follow this advice? What will happen if you run away from the situation? You're having a hard time deciding what would happen if you choose. You probably I don't know if you made a pros and cons list of each place that you're considering, or each option that you're considering. If it's not a place, if it's a business idea or a new partner or something, but I'm thinking that it has to do with your work environment. So if you've made a pros and cons list, you probably have your top 3. Let's see what would happen if you follow what you're feeling here and you run away from this toxic environment and move to one of your top 3 options. What would be the outcome? Okay, so this is a positive outcome for me. Whatever it is that you have now, you have every chance to transform it. We have the Death card here at the center, so this is endings and new beginnings at the same time. So you'll be able to get out of the situation, and you'll be able to manifest better relationships in your new workplace. I think that you'll be able to regain focus on your work, and you'll actually have the energy, you'll actually have the drive again to look forward and have more ambition and to just focus on your work. This is probably not something that you're able to do right now because you're so emotionally overwhelmed, but in your top 3 choices, if you move to any of these choices right now, you would be able to focus on work again, and you would be able to find fulfillment in your work again. You would be able to look to the future with ambition, and you'll be able to focus on your work, which is probably something that you're wanting to do instead of being so wrapped up in drama. So I think I will end this reading here. I hope that helped you, and I hope it resonated. Do tell me in the comments down below if it did. Let's move on to pile number 3. Hello, so if you picked pile number 3, this is your reading. Let's take a look at your current work, job, business, career situation, just your general career situation. Wow. Okay, so with your current situation, I'm seeing a lot of disappointment right here at the center. This is the most overwhelming thing for you right now out of all these cards. There's disappointment here, maybe loss. I think you're wanting to get out of this quickly, and I think that since the Wheel of Fortune is here, you have every chance to. I don't think that you have landed on any solution yet. Since the Wheel of Fortune for me is always spinning, I think that that's a sign that you still have a chance to change your faith. If you don't believe in fate, then it's a chance for you to choose where it stops. You have a chance to choose your path. So right now it's spinning, and if you don't make a choice, then things will happen around you, and the choice will be made for you. But if you take control of the situation, then you will be able to choose your own path with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that you're wanting a new beginning here. If not a new beginning, then some clarity over a situation that has probably been really stressful for you. Maybe you have a boss or some sort of authority figure in your life that's affecting your work, or it could be someone in your workplace, in your work environment, that is they probably are very, how do I say this? I don't know if they criticize you. Maybe you work hard, and all the work that you put into what you're doing is getting results, but it doesn't seem like you're very satisfied with those results. And this person is seeing that, and they're probably demanding more from you, which is causing you this Three of Swords, this I would say stress or disappointment. You're not just disappointed with the work that you're doing. I mean, it's getting results, but you're not happy with that. You're not satisfied with it. You're not just disappointed about that, but I think that you're getting stress from this direction as well, from the Queen of Swords, this authority figure that may or may not be at work. This could be someone from your family even, that is expecting a lot from you. So let's just clarify to make sure why it is that you're feeling this stress or this disappointment or this feeling of loss with your work. What is it that's causing this? Let me just move this up. There we go. So what could be causing this? Okay. I think that this Queen of Swords is someone that you're in conflict with. If they've hurt you, I think you're wanting to get out of this. This Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by Strength. And I think that it has to do with taking action, having strength in yourself to make a decision and to take action to find healing in the situation, because you're feeling disappointed here. You're feeling burdened even. Let's clarify what the High Priestess is. So I'm not sure if you're not able to get the results that you want from work because you're focused on a person that you have probably not. This might be a romantic interest that you have not made known to anyone. If not, then I think that you're feeling really disappointed because Okay, I think it could be as simple as being focused on a person that nobody knows about. Or it could be that you're hiding some dreams of yours that you haven't achieved yet, and you feel that you're working so hard and yet you're not reaching this goal of yours, it might be a very big goal that's not easy to reach, and that's what's causing you disappointment. So it can be interpreted in two ways. This is a general reading, so I think just take what resonates with you. I think that there may also be some stress in your situation because everything that you work for may be going to somebody else. Maybe you're helping people in your family or you're helping a partner. This could also contribute to why you're never feeling satisfied about the results, because you don't even get to enjoy the results because it goes to somebody else. And every time that you make progress or you make more money or you find a new project, it still ends in the same way where everything that you've worked for goes to somebody else. So let's look for advice. Let's see what will come out for you that you need to hear right now. Advice for your situation. Okay. So I think that you really are supporting someone. If this isn't a partner, then it might be a parent, probably your mother. So this person is someone that you're taking good care of. They have every comfort and luxury in this Empress card. You may be feeling tired and you're not taking good care of yourself because you're focused on taking care of this other person. I don't think that you're sure about what to do in this situation. It could be that you don't even have a choice in this situation. I think that you're fearing this Ten of Swords. So in this Ten of Swords, we have a working man and he's on the ground. And it's like another day is coming, but he's just on the ground. He's tired. He's not just tired, he's dead. He's been stabbed with like 10 swords. So I think that you're really stressed about the situation or you're really tired. Sorry, someone's calling. Okay, so like I was saying, I think that you're really stressed with the situation and you're not really gaining a lot from it because everything that you work for is going to someone else. But at the same time, I feel like you don't really have a choice about the situation for some reason. If you have a mother that you're taking care of, then that's understandable. I think since we have the Knight of Wands here, I think you shouldn't. I think the advice is just not to overexert yourself. And if you're hiding how you're feeling right now to this person that you're supporting, I would say it's time to communicate how you're feeling about your situation. If they're the Queen of Swords here from earlier and they're the one criticizing you for not doing enough, I don't think that that's fair. I think that you're not sure whether or not to communicate how you're feeling about the situation, all of this stress and disappointment that you're feeling, maybe even sadness and dissatisfaction. But I think the advice is to just communicate that and to kind of pace yourself. It's talking about energy here. So I think that you just have to pace yourself. Don't overexert yourself. And at the same time, maybe communicate how you're feeling and how this is affecting you to this person that you're supporting. I wouldn't say that the Ten of Swords is talking about an ending between you and this person. I would say that it's just how you see your situation right now, where every day is ending with you feeling really tired, exhausted. What would be the outcome of the situation if you, how do I say it? Kind of reserve your energy if you pace yourself? And what would be the outcome if you communicated your situation to your person, how it's affecting you? I think that if you communicated your situation to your person, to this person that you're taking care of, they would try to defend themselves. They would probably tell you that they would probably criticize you. So they might be this Queen of Swords here. They'll probably tell you that you haven't done enough to prove yourself. They might even try to make you feel guilty. But I think that it doesn't really matter, even if they think that you haven't proven yourself. For me, you're standing here on top of the competition, and you've done a lot already. You've done a lot. I think that you've proven yourself more than enough. You're the one here who is holding all the energy that is making the situation happen. You're the one here that is providing, and it wouldn't happen without you. So this might be the outcome, but I think that whatever they say, it doesn't matter. You've done a lot here. And if they haven't told you that, then I'm telling you that. And I think you know that within yourself anyway. And what would happen if you reserved your energy? There's a death card here over the Empress. So if this is a partner, I'm not sure if they will be really disappointed and leave. If this is a mother, I don't think that they would literally die. I think that they would just there's disappointment in this woman's face. So I think that this person is just going to be really disappointed. They'll think that whatever good they had here will have ended. If this isn't family, then they might walk away from you. And this is really going to break your heart. Let's see what would happen if they leave. If this isn't family and they walk away, what would happen? Okay. I think that there will be, like in the beginning, you're gonna feel left alone, even abandoned. But eventually, I think that you're gonna get a hold of your emotions. You're not going to completely heal right away. It might take some time. But there will come a time where you get a hold of your emotions, and if you have any disappointment still, that you're going to be able to hide it. And I think that over time, you're going to heal and you're going to be able to focus on work, and you're going to be able to focus on work and your relationships at work instead of this, whatever this is that's going on here. Will you be happy if they walked away? Will you eventually be happy? I think yes. Financially, you'll be successful. People will recognize you for your efforts. And I think that you're the kind of person who works steadily. You put a lot of effort into everything that you do, and you might be very meticulous. You care about the quality of your work, and so people will recognize you for that. I'm so sorry about that. I think that eventually you will find your success, and you might even meet someone new and have a better situation here. If not, then this might be something that you'll be dreaming of for a while. But since you have the card in your hands here, because these could be both of you. You could be this person standing with this family. You could be the person who has this family. Or you could be the person dreaming of that. But the person who's dreaming of that is holding the cards here. And I think that what this means is you're holding your fate. And if you don't believe in fate, you're holding how things will end up for you. You have every control over how things will turn out for you here. So I think I'm going to end this reading here. I really hope that it helped you out and it helped you gain some clarity on your situation. I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.